Bitcoin looking a bit rocky today on Evergrande fears in spite of actually the really positive news we had today coming in for the cryptocurrency industry. Massive news from WhatsApp, massive news from Reddit, and surprisingly big news from Pepsi. We'll get into that, so make sure to stick around until the end of the video to get all of the goods. My name is Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that's a topic you'd like to learn some more about, maybe to stay up to date with, you should definitely subscribe to the Lark Davis channel. Also, if you can take a quick second to tap on that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, that'd be super cool of you, man. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. And of course, anybody who would like to receive a notification when I put out a new video should click on the notification bell. By the way, if you are a cryptocurrency trader, then you need to get yourself an account over on Femex. You can long and short Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Tezos, XRP, Cardano, Solana. They got all of the good stuff. Use the link down below and you're going to get 10% off of your trading fees, as well as up to $3,600 in bonuses. So $100 in bonuses just for doing things like making your first trade, as well as $3,500 in bonuses, as you can see above me here, for making deposits on the exchange. So if you're a trader, go ahead and check that out using the first link in the description. Now, the first news we have to discuss is the price of Bitcoin. And nothing much is happening. Bitcoin, you're boring, man. You're boring. What are you doing here? Bitcoin. Still in a downtrend. Not much going on. Not much to report, to be honest. We have lost the 200-day exponential moving average. We had an attempt to break out. We actually moved up to it and tested it on some decent volume, but then we actually came back down. The attempt to stay above it fell on some pretty flat volume here and here. So people were kind of, the market was becoming less enthusiastic. The sell-off, though, also not seeing a lot of commitment from the market. People aren't that scared. People might have been buying a little bit, but mostly this is traders moving around. You can see not a massive volume spike here on today's sell-off. But we lost the 200-day exponential moving average, which means the bears are once again back in control of the price action. Bulls did not manage to keep it up, so to speak. And of course, this trend line right here, that is just showing us one simple fact. Bitcoin is in a downtrend until we break this line. So there you go. First big news of the day. Of course, why did Bitcoin have a bit of a brrr today? Well, Evergrande has officially defaulted on their dollar debt. Cool, Evergrande. Nice story, man. You know, this is something we haven't talked about in a while. Evergrande, when it was first brewing, was freaking everyone out. It's going to cause a global contagion event. Everything's going to collapse. New global crisis, 2008 repeat. Didn't happen, obviously. Here we go. They've defaulted on their dollar debt. Market had a bit of a, oh, it's scary, and then no one really cared. I think the Evergrande effect is not going to be that big, as we've discussed in previous videos back around the time that it was happening. It'll be rather limited, in spite of the fact that it is a massive property giant in China, one of the world's biggest economies. It's not going to bring down the global economy. So apparently Evergrande still ongoing, still a thing, but not that big of a deal, to be honest. But I guess if we were to see it completely default and collapse tomorrow, we'd probably get another buying opportunity. But right now it's only they've defaulted on their dollar debt. So I'm sure we'll see some more Evergrande drama moving forward, but whatever, Evergrande. Now let's talk about the big trends for the year. This was actually very interesting for me. So top 10 news on Google trends in 2021. 2 of these are crypto related, which blows my freaking mind. So we have stuff at the top like Afghanistan, very serious stuff, right? AMC stock, also very interesting. That's number 2. Number 2, that's crazy. Of course, you know, vaccines and all that stuff. Number 4 is Dogecoin, man. The Dogecoin in at number 4. That means of all the searches in 2021, Dogecoin was number 4, man, a cryptocurrency. Surprisingly not Shiba Inu, actually. But I guess Dogecoin had its big moment earlier in this year and has maintained enough interest to stay that high in the charts. GME, stimulus check, Georgia Senate race, okay. Hurricane, the thing that happens at number 9. And number 10, the price of Ethereum. That's a very interesting one to come in at number 10. Top 10 news on Google Trends in 2021. Number 10 is the price of freaking Ethereum. You kidding me? This is crazy. I love it. Crypto, man. 2 out of 10. It's not bad. That's not bad at all for seeing what we're mixed in with in terms of how much that other stuff must have been searched. The fact that Dogecoin beat number 9, that's interesting. That's interesting. Now let's talk about Reddit. Let's talk about Reddit news. Big Reddit news. So Reddit, in case you don't know, they have been into Ethereum for a while. I think was it 2019? Must have been 2019, maybe in 2020. I think it was, I don't know. About 2 years ago, Reddit launched community tokens. They did it on Ethereum. So essentially, people in 2 of their communities, one was a crypto community, can't remember what the other one was, but people in 2 communities, they got access to these tokens. So people basically started farming Reddit for tokens by posting memes and getting upvotes and getting more tokens, etc., etc. Well, it was a very, very popular program. Reddit's also, of course, integrated with a layer 2 scaling solution, which is very positive news for actually making these tokens usable by regular people. Now, Reddit has announced that they're launching a waitlist for site-wide expansion of community points. This is super exciting. Now, Reddit is one of the biggest social media platforms in the world. So it's a big deal to see them doubling down on their cryptocurrency play. So they've gone from their very small, I guess, pilot case of a few communities getting tokens to now everybody is going to get access to this stuff that uses Reddit. Now, of course, you'll have to have communities actually decide to bring in tokens, and it's not going to be every community on Reddit that's going to do this, but enough of them will. And that's massive news. So I love it. I love to see a major company like Reddit doubling down on their crypto play, and most importantly, they're doing it on an open blockchain. They didn't go with like, well, we're going to build our own proprietary blockchain and have this walled garden inside of Reddit. Like, nah, let's build it on Ethereum, man, because that works. Nice. I dig it. I dig it for sure. Now, let's talk about Facebook, actually. Well, Facebook and WhatsApp and Novi. Things. So Facebook owns WhatsApp. Facebook, a few years ago, they bought Instagram, they bought WhatsApp. So this is I guess a Facebook, related story. Pretty big. Anyway, WhatsApp's massive. One of the biggest messaging apps in the world. Well, Meta's at Facebook, they're now called Meta. Facebook Meta, their Novi payments app, is doing a trial with the WhatsApp app. So essentially, let's just boil this down. Here's what you need to know. Soon, you will be able to do payments in WhatsApp to other WhatsApp users using crypto stablecoins. End of story. That's massive news. That is massive news. Now, this is for only a limited number of people in the US. It's still at the trial stage. It's still at the pilot stage. It's really early days. Fast forward 2 years, just like the story I just covered with Reddit. 2 years ago, with just 2 communities, it was very small. Now it's the entire site. Here we are, WhatsApp, just some users, just in the US. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, it's going to be everybody who has a WhatsApp app on their phone anywhere in the world is going to be able to send and receive stable coins using WhatsApp. This is massive. Absolutely massive news. Now, this isn't actually like Facebook's, I don't know what the name was that they even figured up on the end, but Facebook was going to release their own stablecoin. They didn't do that in the end. The regulators got too upset with them. So they actually decided to use other people's stablecoins. I think they're using the Paxos stablecoin. So essentially, you're going to be able to use your WhatsApp to send crypto payments to anybody else with a WhatsApp. This is massive. This is so big for adoption. It's absolutely insane. We're talking hundreds of millions of people here who are going to get access to cryptocurrency payments. We're talking about remittances. We're talking about paying for stuff in shops, paying for stuff online. I'm sure that Facebook, Meta is going to have even more ways to integrate that into the main Facebook site and into Instagram and stuff like this. I mean, can you imagine all of a sudden the ability to use stable coins to buy stuff on Instagram, buy stuff on Facebook, all this stuff? It's going to be massive. Going to be massive. So that's very big news. Final story for today is about Pepsi, the second fiddle to Coca-Cola's dominance in the soft drink market. Well, anyway, Pepsi. Big brand globally, obviously. Pretty big deal. They're doing NFTs. Another massive brand getting to the NFT party. It's exciting. Honestly, look, sugary drinks are not that healthy for you. Drink them in moderation, guys. But to see another major brand like Pepsi getting into the NFT space, it's just such big news. It just fits with my whole kind of thesis I've been working on, that just NFTs are going to be such this red pill moment for so many people globally. NFTs are going to bring in tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of new users. Because now, people are going to go and buy a can of Pepsi, just as an example. I don't know how they're going to be doing different things with their NFTs, but let's fast forward a little bit. You're going to go buy a can of Pepsi. It's going to have a QR code on the back. You're going to scan that QR code, and you're going to be getting an NFT. Now, 1 in a million NFTs are actually going to be like super rare and worth a lot of money. It's going to be massive. People are going to want to get those NFTs. They're going to want to hold them on their own wallets, which means they're going to need an Ethereum wallet. They're going to need a Solana wallet, whatever. It's going to be so big. It's going to be so big. These massive brands and corporations are starting to pull their weight in terms of bringing people in. These guys are going to onboard so many people. That's what's so exciting about seeing these big brands come in to the crypto space, is that they give a massive exposure to NFT technology, which people like. People like collectibles, right? People like Pepsi collectibles and Coke collectibles and Burger King collectibles and all that stuff, right? You can go on eBay and I'm sure there's plenty of old edition Pepsi cups or Pepsi cans and Pepsi hats and all this stuff, and people buy that stuff just in the same way they're going to buy the NFT versions of it. So big news. Anyway, just my 2 Satoshis for the day. Your question: what big brand do you think is going to get into the NFT game next? I don't feel like there's that many left. Coca-Cola hasn't yet, I don't think. Or have they? Everybody's gotten into the NFT game. Everybody's getting in. But who has not got in yet that should get into the NFT game? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.